These untapped Chinese movie explainer videos are desperately waiting for someone to dub them for exposure in front of Western audiences. Long story short, I was digging through the internet finding new niches to go after. I've noticed there are tons of American movies dubbed in Chinese, but the other way around isn't quite the same. So I dug a little deeper to see if I can carve out my own blue ocean faceless channel with no competition. For this tutorial, we will dub a popular Chinese movie summary video into English. And yes, these channels are monetizable only if you follow this rule right out of YouTube's reuse content policy. A scene from a movie where you have rewritten the dialogue and changed the voiceover. This means cutting up the clips, add transitions, add voiceover, and basically make them transformative. So let me show you how to do this. First, we're going to access these content only available on Chinese search result page that couldn't be found in English. Okay, so we're going to dub this popular Hong Kong action movie called A Better Tomorrow. When we typed in the English search term inside YouTube, we see that there are content, but they aren't enough relevant content on the search result page. And many English movie explainer videos that discuss plots and characters from other countries often have inaccurate translations and fail to convey the intended meaning, whereas the native language usually does a much better job. A way to validate this is to use vidIQ and then type in A Better Tomorrow explainer in the keyword research box. Now we see some fairly high search volume, and the competition is high. But when we go back to YouTube, what we noticed is that there is volume, but the overall competition is very low. And a lot of those English dubbed versions isn't really about the movie plot, and a lot of them are vague. So what we want is to search this term in Chinese to find better explainer videos. So let's use ChatGPT, and what we're going to ask it to translate the movie title into Chinese search term. That way we get better explainer content that understands the culture and nuances. So we're going to copy this and then let's go back to YouTube. And we're going to paste in the search term and hit search. Now what we see on the SERP showing a bit more Chinese versions of the movie plot explainer videos. Now let's download the video and then translate it into English with better translations and better interpretation of the plot. So for this, I'm going to copy the video URL. And you can download the video using the 4K video downloader. Okay, now let's open up Elevenlabs and let's go to App, and now click on Dubbing Studio on the left-hand side. And here, I can create a dub for this video. This supports up to 29 different languages. Let's name this to Test 3, and we're going to select the source language to Chinese, and our target language will be English. Here we can upload the videos we just downloaded. We're going to go to our download folder and upload the video. Now click on Create a Dubbing Studio, which allows you to edit any misspoken words and other mistakes you need to fix instead of reprocessing the whole video to save your lot of credits. For number of speakers, just select Automatically Detect. Now we have everything set up, and let's click on Create Dub. Now it's transcribing and translating everything, so let it finish up and I will be right back. Alright, dubbing is completed. So Elevenlabs has transcribed the whole thing in Chinese and then translated it to English. Just look at the left-hand side column. Each section has been broken down into pieces, so if you hear something that's incorrect, you can actually fix it right here without rerunning the whole thing again. So now let's hear this and see how this sounds like.
Many of you are probably very familiar with the film A Better Tomorrow. I believe that many people first got to know Mark from this film. However, in this movie, Chow Yun-fat plays the third lead role. The first and second leads are It was brother Add-on in the underworld, but due to scheduling issues, Chung Haonan couldn't participate in the filming. In the end, John Woo turned his attention to Chow Yun-fat. However, Chow Yun-fat was known as the king of bad films in the industry at the time. Despite his popularity and acting ability, 9 out of 10 films he participated in performed poorly at the box office, earning him the nickname Box Office Poison.
So now we are done and we're going to hit export. And I highly recommend checking out Elevenlabs, as they're the best alongside Artlist.io. You can use the free trial and then upgrade to the creator plan to get more credits if you need to. Let's say you need to do like 30 to 50 videos a month. They got plans as low as $20 a month. Okay, so let's hit export and select English. And then select MP4, or you can select just the MP3 file. This is the exact technique used to dub many popular English content into other languages. So you can have multiple YouTube channels serving different audiences. Once the file is finished finalizing, you can click on download and save it into your hard drive.
happened, this is the opening scene where Ah Hao dreams of RG being shot. After the surgery, there is no risk to his life, but he's temporarily unable to perform.
As you can see, the dubbing studio did an amazing job transcribing the content from Chinese and translated literally everything into English, and this is amazing. Now here's an important step you must do to ensure that your edits is compliant with the reuse content policy, so you lower the risk of getting copyright strikes. And based on what I have seen other channels do this, it's super simple if you just be patient with your edit. Once you found the movies you want to summarize, you can gather your own clip by watching the movie and screen record the important parts. To save you time, just download another explainer video who already found the key moments and just use these and mute the audio and add your voiceover track. The other way is to ask ChatGPT with this prompt, and you can copy and paste it in the description. It basically asks the AI to summarize the movie without spoiling the climax, and provides specific timestamp in which we can go find these clips ourselves. But we are not done yet. We still have to make it transformative by rearranging the clip sequence, add some scene transitions and other overlay to make it unique. One thing you must do is to keep each clip play only between 4 to 5 seconds on the timeline. For instance, if you want to play a fight scene that lasts about like 10 seconds, unfortunately you have to cut these apart and rearrange them, maybe 5 seconds here, and move the rest of the clip elsewhere with other clips in between. And this will be most likely to keep you safe with the reuse content policy. To go a little bit further, I would also zoom in on some clips, put them into like a green screen like a TV, or add some overlay or some emoji to be more transformative. Anyway, if you follow this exact step, you will significantly reduce your risk on YouTube. Now let's add captions to the video. For this, we're going to use CapCut. You can use any video editing programs as you wish, but to keep it simple, we're using a web-based app called CapCut. Once we are inside CapCut, click the Create button on top and just pick the regular 16:9 ratio YouTube video template. Click on Upload, and then drop in the file that we just downloaded. Okay, now our video has finished uploading and we have to block out the Chinese caption on the bottom. It's super easy to do, and we're going to swap it with English caption. So click on Basic on the right-hand side column and create a mask. Now you have to adjust the mask, just pull it up so it covers up the original caption. And then we're going to click Done and close the tab. And now click on this video and we're going to Captions on the left column. Now click on Auto Caption and hit Generate. Now CapCut is generating the caption for this entire video, and let's just wait for it to finish. Okay, done. Now we have our captions. So if you look at the left-hand side, this is all the subtitles, and it's going to play as the narration goes on. So let's hit play and see what we get.
I believe for 3 years, I waited for a chance to compete in the conference, not to prove I'm scolding people, but just to say when I disappeared from others, it was because I wanted to live for myself.
Many of you are probably very familiar with the film A Better Tomorrow. I believe that many people first got to know Mark from this film. However, in this movie, Chow Yun...
To change the caption font style, you can just go to Basics or just use Template. Honestly, it's whatever you like, so just play with different options in this tab.
RG directly used his fists instead of greetings to Juby, venting his own resentment with each punch. In fact, the moment his father had an accident, this outcome was already destined.
So just like that, we have a dubbed version of the video from Chinese into English. So now, armed with the knowledge you've learned in this video, you can literally go out there and tackle all types of content. But your doubt may be about where to find these movie topics. For this, you can use IMDb to find the top movies, or you can use ChatGPT. Just ask GPT something like, please list top 50 TV shows from South Korea, or something like, give me top 50 action movies from Japan, and just like that, you get tons of ideas. And if you want to take a step further and explain these shows with your own input, we can transcribe everything using the Descript AI, and translate everything, then rewrite them with unique angles that you think is valuable to your audience. But that will be for another video.